Hello, class. Welcome to our Chapter 6 opener for the unit dealing with percentages and fractions and decimals. We're going to be dealing a lot with those three topics over the next couple weeks. Today, what we're going to focus in on is just dealing with percentages and fractions. So what's important about percents is to make sure that you know that percent is per hundred. So any percentage that you're ever given can be written as a fraction, okay, over 100. So for example, 30% is 30 over 100. 85% is 85 over 100. 42% is 42 over 100. 105% is 105 over 100. So getting a percent to a fraction should be very easy. The only complicated aspect of this would be to find simplest forms. So you got to make sure that you simplify. So for example, these two divide by 10, it is 3/10. 85 and 100 are divided by 5, and that's 17 over 20. 42 and 100 are divisible by 2, you get 21 over 50. Now, if something's over 100%, it should always be a mixed number. So this should be 1 and something. You may just skip this 105 over 100 and go straight to 1 and 500ths, because any percentage over 100, if it was like 215, it'd be 2 and 15 out of 100. That's one way to find it as well. Or you could start with it as an improper fraction. But you got to make sure you simplify 5 over 100 and make it 1/20th. Overall, percent to fraction should be really easy. Just make it out of 100 and then simplify it in order to find your answer. Getting from a fraction to a percentage is just going backwards. So this first one's really easy because it's already out of 100. So 87 out of 100 is 87%. 12 out of 25, just get it out of 100. Okay, I know there's other ways to find this. For example, making things decimals and dividing out like a grade, for example. But you need to be comfortable about making a fraction into something out of 100 and making it the percent, like in this case, 48%. 3/5 is the same as 60 over 100 if you multiply by 20, and that's 60%. 1 and a fourth should be 1 and 25 hundredths. You could make that improper and make it 125 out of 100. No matter what, you should already know, because the number's over 1, that the answer as a percentage has to be over 100%. Okay, so if this number out front was 3, it's going to be 300 something percent. Okay, whatever this whole number piece is should be the amount of percentages multiplied by 100% in order to figure out that answer. So you could either make it improper and then make it out of 100, or just deal with the fraction part and then add in the 100% in order to get that answer. Okay, let's recap what we just talked about in terms of percentages to fractions. Okay, so 40% can be 40 out of 100, simplifies down to 2/5. 45% should be 45 out of 100, simplified down to 9 over 20. 148 should be 148 over 100 as a fraction versus the percentage. Make it a mixed number, 1 and 48 out of 100, and simplify down to 1 and 12 out of 25. 276, we already know it should be 200 something, so I'm just going to make it 2 and 76 out of 100. A common mistake on a question like this one is you simplify down. 76 divided by 2 is 38 out of 50. Don't forget, you may have to simplify more than once, and that will become 19 out of 25. Things to think about when you're looking at these scenarios: I need to see the percent, the number out of 100, and then simplified. Okay, I don't just want you to go from A to C. I need to see the B middle piece. So percent, fraction, simplified. I at least need to see those ideas as you're looking at these questions. Same thing would be true going the other way. This is 77 over 100, which is 77%. This one, sorry you can't see it. I'm right in your way here, but it's 11 over 25. And times 4 times 4, we get you 44 out of 100, 44%. Again, I need to see original, middle step, final answer if needed, okay, if the number's not already out of 100. A few other cases that we need to be aware of is something out of 8. So remember, if something is out of 8, you can get it out of 1,000 by multiplying by 125. So 125 times 8 is 1,000. And then if you have 125 over 1,000, you say, well, I need it to be out of 100. And I just moved the decimal back one spot. So that would make it 12.5 over 100. Your other option for things out of 8 is to multiply by 12.5, because 12.5 times 8 is 100. And then you should get 112.5%. That's a good one to make sure that you understand. The last one is something that we'll look at more as we move forward, but be cautious on ones that don't work out well out of 100. That's where the problems come in with percentages. So for example, 1/3 is 0.3 repeating. That's 0.33333333, and that's 33 and 1/3, or 33.3 repeating percent. This is the idea we're going to work on soon. So if this doesn't quite make sense, that's okay. The focus in right now should be things out of 100, show the middle step, and then find the answer. Okay, your homework is 4 more slides that deal with this idea, so they're posted online or as a worksheet. Okay, so there's just different percentage questions like that. Make sure that you're showing the middle step. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so for example, on this one right here, I show that it's out of 1,000 or 100, and then the percentage. For these ones, I show the percent out of 100, then simplify. Those are the things that I'm looking for when it comes to these types of questions. Have a good day, everyone.